Hello everyone, welcome back to the episode 3. I said welcome back, but I don't know if you are listening in right now live or if you are just doing a playlist thing. But welcome. So I think you already know the concept. 35 times live, 30 minutes for my guest, 5 minutes for me to speak. And today I bring one of my friends that I met on ESN, but it's very funny that we grew up in the same area, in the, let's say, not in the same neighborhoods, because we are our homes are kind of distant, but uh, like we say, like we grew up in the same city, in the same. It's hard to say, no, where
Five
we
minutes
grew up.
is pretty close.
Yeah, true. It's funny because it's really 5 minutes by car, but still, it's still we are from the same area. So today I have the pleasure to receive here on my podcast Filipe Louro. Say hi to everyone, Filipe.
Hello, everybody listening. I
Hello
hope you
world.
will find this episode fascinating, as I found the other two.
Oh, thank you. It's very that's I like to hear that, like that means that I'm doing a progress on this because in my head I think it's not very good, and I always try to improve my podcast, my English as well.
It's going great.
Thank you. Thank you to it's very important to hear that. And even like for my friends, it's more even more important. So I want to, like, as I said before, I met you on ESN, but let's start by your childhood. In fact, let's start by other thing. Let's start for me putting 30 minutes, right? Because like you have 30 minutes to, like, I'm gonna do like more philosophical questions. I hope
Hmm.
that you are prepared. I have
Always.
30 minutes here. I hope you are ready, and I think like let's start this.
Let's
Seems
go.
like we are making this super fast, but I think after like third episode, I don't need to explain so much. I think the people already know the
People know the
concept.
basics.
Yeah, and let's like pass here like some positive time, very good vibes, kind of philosophical, and I hope you that are like listening right now, that you have at least a good time, like here listening this. I hope you had a very good day and you finish listening this. Or if you didn't have a very good day, if you had a bad day, let me try to make you cheer up. Just like try to laugh. Just send you positive energy. So, 30 minutes. I'm gonna start with them, okay? I'm
Hmm.
gonna start. Uh, in fact, I'm gonna start for your childhood. I
Okay.
want to ask you, like, we born in the same area. I'm not gonna say like where. I think it's not relevant to say like where we were born, but I would like to ask you how this place shaped you as a person.
Wow, that's not an easy question to answer. How it has shaped me. Um, well, I think we are in an area like we don't have. It's not like the richest area in Lisbon, but it's not the poorest. But I would say we live comfortably, and I would say that it is also a place where you tend to grow humble. Um, but I studied not right where I lived. I studied a bit further away, and I think the types of people that go around where I live and go around in the places I went to school in were a bit different. But how it has shaped me, um, I don't know if my environment, in terms of the I grew up with, changed me a lot. But I'm sure it did, but not in a very conscious level.
Okay, okay. So in fact, like just don't. I'm not gonna have your 30 minutes. But I just want to say that I feel that the area that where we grew up, it has a lot of a bad name, but I feel that
Okay.
is not a bad area, and I
Hmm.
think like we both agree on that. Uh, I would like to ask you uh, if you have one childhood memory that still make you laugh today.
A childhood memory. That my memory is not the best, as the people that know me know, but a childhood memory that makes me laugh. I left a lot with my grandfather from my mother's side. So I remember being at his house and uh, laughing to a lot of the jokes that he did. Yeah.
Okay, that's a very good memory with grandparents. But now you like you. I think you went like to a sensible point that I would like to ask. I was just curious. Why do you say that like your childhood was not like very happy, or that you don't have a lot of happy memories about it?
Um, I don't know. I think my experience as a kid was not the easiest in school. I did have some trouble finding friends and identifying with people, and I don't know, building my own personality and feeling confident, which I think is also very common in young people. But yeah, and I changed a bit in terms of schools and in classes. So every time that I had some roots in a place, I was picked up and put somewhere else, and I think that might have impacted me a little bit.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because like kids, like they are very cute, but sometimes they don't have limits and they can be very mean.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand that, and even because uh, you spoke about it in the beginning that your school, like the place where your school was different where you live.
Hmm.
So, like, I understand that, like, maybe like the place was. There are places that are. I know, I know you, but there are places that are very hard to grow up. That you need to have a very strong image, or you'll be eaten alive. And
Mm.
sometimes you as a kid, I don't know, like maybe you can explain more about it if that is your case, like on your school.
I think that, and I think you will probably agree, like both where I grew up and both where you grew up in our schools, I'm sure that uh, boys didn't have a lot of space to be sensitive. And I think that anybody that showed a little weakness or that behaved a little differently or that thought a little differently, expressed a little differently, they were easily victims of discrimination, bullying, sometimes even violence. Um, and yeah, I think I was a boy that was a bit more sensitive, so that it was hard to grow up and question myself in terms of should I keep being sensitive because that's my true self, or should I have a posture that is more that fits more in terms of the masculinity image that my colleagues in my classes demand me to do, so that they can stop making fun of me, and that so that I can be more attractive maybe to girls. um, but yeah, it was hard to find myself in the middle of that scenario.
But I would like to ask how did it ended? Like, what was your conclusion about it? Like, because now you are putting like two
Yeah,
possible scenarios, and what was or way out? Like, how did you overcome that? What was your conclusion?
I don't know if it was me growing up, or if I did in fact change a little bit due to all the mistreatment. But nowadays, I reached the conclusion that it is very okay to be sensitive and to try to be true to yourself. And the way that I meet people nowadays and that I express myself nowadays, I feel that it. it attracts people. So I think it's not an issue anymore. It's not viewed as weakness anymore. I can be open with people, and I don't feel judged by it. I feel very strong actually by sharing my feelings, by sharing my ideas, by being vulnerable. I think if when you find strength in being vulnerable, you become such a much more strong, much stronger person overall. And I honestly, I don't know if that's because people get older and they start to accept vulnerability a little better, or if it's just me that changed a little bit. But in fact, it changed, and I feel comfortable now being a bit more myself than I was previously.
I think I just gonna take like a very quick conclusion. That is, in my opinion, I feel that sometimes like people that are doing bullying, and I'm gonna put in that position because I was a kid and I was like a stupid kid, as
Hmm.
everyone. We did that, like we mistreat someone, we did like bullying to someone, and
Yeah,
I regret about it. You know,
you
it's
do.
yeah, of course. Like it's one of my friends. I'm not gonna put names here, but it's one of my friends. It's a
Okay.
person that I like a lot, in fact. Like I don't have so much contact with him right now, but I like him a lot, and it's I feel that you touched in a very good point that being sensitive is not something bad. Like it's something very human. In fact, I
Hmm.
think like a lot of people that are trying to be you have people that are more masculine and less masculine. You just need to be yourself. You don't need to be a character. And I feel that a lot of times, like people like that are more sensitive, they are more victims of bullying because they the others they don't understand how is it to be real, you know, because you are not wearing a mask. And I feel that a lot of times, like people they are wearing a mask like to be more integrated until like they
Hmm.
reach a certain point that's okay, I'm like this, and they accept what they are, and I feel that we are more happy when we accept what we are. And I feel that sometimes I feel that that is everything. That is like the base of bullying, that's the base of jealousy. It's when you don't accept what you are, you want to have what the others have. Could be ambition if you manage to control it, like if you work for that. if you if you don't work for that, if you are like cursing the person, if you are always mistreating the person, it's because you are simply jealous. You don't like, you want to be like, you want to be that person, you don't want to be like them. I don't know if you
Yeah.
understand my point.
No, I do, and I think it's a actually a fascinating conversation because I think reflecting right now, I think bullying is an instrument that kids use when they are insecure to lift their own ego. So they lift their ego by shutting down others people's egos. But it's a very basic instrument of lifting your ego, and it's quite curious to think that even adults uh, probably have instruments to lift their ego up and push others down, but in ways that are way more subtle compared to bullying as when we were kids. But yeah, it's definitely, it comes from a place of being insecure and not being comfortable with what you are right now.
Yeah,
Definitely.
like bullying, I just feel that like sometimes it's like for you to impose in a hierarchy that doesn't exist, really
Mm.
exist. You just like put in your head like the people that you want to be, and you create like a false image, and you are just living with jealousy. And just to tell also like to the people that are watching this, I don't know if we have like kids watching this, like maybe one day, and right now I'm not famous, but maybe one day
They
that
are.
when
They're watching.
yeah, they're watching. Yeah, just you have instruments like to fight bullying. You have people that can help you. You are not on this alone. You
Hmm.
are you have your parents, you have your teachers, you have people in school that are really prepared like to help you and solve like that problem in your life. Even like right now, I feel that in our time it was harder. It was something that started, didn't have like so many tools. Right now, I feel that is something that is very, it's a concept that is real, that people already saw that was happening. I felt that in my time there was a lot of times that we didn't know what was bullying, you know, that was like a new word, like coming bullying, like But just
Yeah,
to tell like to the people that are watching, if you are victims of bullying, just speak with the right people. Like just share help with your parents, with your tutors in your school. That that will be important for you right now in this moment and in the future. And I think like we already like spoke about it. Like I would like to move like for something more positive, but I think it's no, it's very good also like to
it
speak
is. It
about
is.
this because like we are humans, we are not always happy. We didn't have
It's
like very
constructive.
yeah. It's we don't have like a very like perfect lives. Like it's funny we are in on internet, but we are not. A lot of times like we are not real, and this podcast is made like to be real. Just one thing, like I stopped a little bit your time while I was telling this because I felt that was an important message that I needed like to
I do
share.
agree. I agree.
So yeah, like you still have like time, you don't need to worry because I have your time here. Just I felt that was important for me like to share this message with, if we are speaking about positivity, we are making like people being better, having better lives. And if we have some tips, and you as well, and all the guests that will come, and the people that can comment, if you have like a way to help the others, help. That's what is love. So okay, I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna continue with the time. No, it was important. So let's speak about, like we already spoke about bad things. Let's speak about happiness and positivity. I want to know, what is happiness to you?
What is happiness? Well, I think happiness is a product that comes from an action that doesn't seek happiness in itself. So it's not an objective. It's not as something that you need to focus and aim solely at being happy. I think happiness comes as a product of doing things that you like, being around people that you like, just feeling overall satisfied with your position and having your basic needs fulfilled and having mental health. I think all of those basic needs and those are the things that deliver us the end product, which is happiness, which sometimes I really have some difficulty following people that focus so much on being happy. We can't obsess over the idea of being happy. Happy is such a it's almost like a god that you believe in, you know. It's such a religion. It's not something that you can, it's not a science. You can't just do this, do that, and end product, here you go, you have happiness. Actually, there's some things that you can do, like exercise, eat healthy. Some things definitely help, but there's no math equation that will give it to you. So yeah, I think that that's happiness, the way I view it.
Okay, so but one curious thing. So you don't describe happiness as a moment. You describe.
I would say that happiness is more of a thing that you reflect on. I don't think we feel happy in one particular moment. At least in my experience, I feel happy thinking some nostalgic moment. It's hard to be present in a moment and appreciate the happiness that you're feeling in that particular moment. But yeah,
Can you describe a moment where you truly felt happy?
um, I think I had a lot of great happy moments in the association that we both worked in ESN, the Erasmus Student Network, Lisbon. Um, because it's a place where I met a lot of great people, where I got the chance to express my creativity and my ideas in a way that it impacted the life of students. And for me, that's already, it's something that I really enjoy doing and enjoyed doing. And doing it with great company is definitely something that made me happy at the time.
And it's true, like we created very good moments over there. So okay, I like the way that you see happiness. It's very different. Normally, like people associate happiness to one moment,
Hmm.
and yeah, you see it like as a god.
Yep.
In your words, I like that. I would like to ask you, like we're speaking about happiness, and
Yeah.
now I want to ask you, what is love for you? How do you define love?
I believe love is a strong connection that you have with something or someone or a memory. It can be attached to anything, I think. And I also imagine it as um, there's something that you love, you give some little part of you, and the dogs now are not a good place.
Whoa. Okay, I'm gonna stop the time again. Okay, sorry about these guys. So that's the problem of doing the things in direct. It happens. It's normal. It's
Yeah.
funny. I think that's what brings magic to this podcast, you know, because
I
like
tried to
that
warn you.
no, but that's the thing. Like we are real
Yeah,
people, you know. We have our problems, and we have like our dogs coming like to ruin this.
true.
This like in 3 episodes, I read like two problems. I say like this. I'm not gonna cut your dog. I think it was very cute and very funny. But yeah, it's like to show that it's something that started. We are real. Yeah, like we try. Yeah, we are doing it.
There's no script,
Yeah,
definitely.
that's the thing. There's no script.
There's no script.
So sorry, like I was speaking like
I was
for it.
saying love,
Yes, exactly.
something that you have a deep connection with. It can be anything or anyone, and it's something that you give a little part of you, and it's something that you're open to be vulnerable with. Um, you give power to something by loving it and by having such a strong connection with it. So yeah, it's a bunch of things that have power over you and that you feel happy by giving that power to those things.
Okay, okay. And my next question is, if do you think happiness and love can exist independently? I told you that was philosophical.
Exist independently,
Yeah.
like experiencing one without the other.
If you can have love without happiness, or if you can have happiness without love.
Well, if happiness is a product of doing something or enjoying something a lot, uh, I would probably say that that demands a strong connection to the something that you're doing. So my initial reflection would probably be that you need to love or have a strong connection to get the end product that is happiness.
Okay. No, I like that answer. And no, it's cool. I like it.
It's a
It's
bit
like you're thinking about
mathematical,
the
but
things. Yeah, no, it's like logical. I like logical things. Like it makes sense for me. I'm more a mathematical person. So and my next question was like, what did you learn through love?
I don't know if I've found true love. I think we're pretty young, and I've experienced strong connections with a lot of different things, in a lot of different levels. But I don't think there's a true love. Actually, I don't know if there exists a true love. Like I believe a true love is too close to the idea of perfect, and perfect does not exist.
So I think you need like to now we need to go deep on that true love thing. So what was like the closest that you were from true love? You don't need to specify like people and everything. I just want like to for you like to tell me how did you feel like about true love, and like speak about that concept that doesn't exist for you, if you don't mind.
I don't believe in true love, like I don't believe in soulmate.
Okay.
So I don't believe that there's one person that is destined to be with you and that completes you like no other person can. I don't really believe that. Um, but your question was relating to this or relating to something
Yeah,
else?
like it was relating. It's like the way that you interpret it. But my question was like for you, like to tell me
The
what was the
closest I've
closest
been.
that you felt from true love, and like yeah, to explain a little bit more. Like I think we understood why. Like now with the soulmate thing, I think we understood why for you true love doesn't exist, because you can have like true love with different people. You don't have like one people that is just connected to you. So every experiences. from true love are different. That's what I
Yeah.
my
I,
conclusion from your
I would say it's a spectrum. That's what I would say love is. Like, you can love your animals, you can love your parents, you can love plants, you can love a job, you can love an occupation, you can love the sky, you can love the sun, you can love a game, you can love a skateboard, you can love a car, uh, and you
you are
can love
loving a
all
lot.
of those in different degrees and levels. Um, so that's why I don't believe there's a true love. There's some connections that are stronger than others, definitely, but I wouldn't say no. The closest that I've been to true love, I go straight to the romantic idea of love, and I would say that I shared a good amount of time with someone that I uh, could see a life with, and that was pretty rare for me at the time. So I would say that probably was the deepest connection that I've felt
Okay.
towards someone.
So, have you ever felt your heart broken?
Yes, plenty of times. More when I was younger, actually. When I was younger, I used to get a lot of crushes, yeah, very quickly. 1 month I had a crush on a girl, the next another, and get heartbroken by all of them. And yeah. But
Okay.
I don't know. Nowadays, I that doesn't happen as often.
Okay. Well, no, it's just because like I was thinking that you were speaking about like true love. Maybe you could say like, okay, there's not like a broken heart if you don't believe in true love. I thought you're gonna say like that, but it's good like to know that you have a heart and that
I
was
do,
broken before.
I do definitely. It doesn't look like it.
No, it looks. I'm just joking with you. I would like to ask you as well, what is like for you to live a good life?
For me personally, or like
Yes.
the idea of it.
I mean, like I'm asking you, so
Okay.
it's you personally always.
In my experience,
Yes.
um, I would say that you asked for what was the question again?
It was for you. What does it mean to live a
A
good
good
life?
life. A good life. Well, I would say in terms of physical needs, I would just say being comfortable. I really do not think that I would want to have a luxurious life. I don't think I really need that. So a comfortable home, living comfortably, not really having issues financially, definitely, and being surrounded by people that I enjoy spending time with, and feeling accomplished and fulfilled professionally as well, which is something that I'm struggling a bit right now to do. And yeah, sharing my time with people that I want, and eventually maybe create have a family. I think I've always wanted to do so. So that would probably also,
Okay.
from right now, the idea of a good life. That would be it.
So right now you are more building to be in a good life, or do you already feel that you are living a good life?
I would probably say that I'm building towards it. Yeah.
Okay. But the way, like, I know the way that you describe it, I think you already achieved some of the parameters for that good life that you were speaking with you.
In terms of
Friendships, people that loves you, that are around you.
true, definitely, it has improved substantially since I've joined the association that we work with. In terms of being surrounded by people that I enjoyed. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So, and like, in your opinion, what is
Yeah.
the secret to feeling well every day? That could be very important, like for people that are listening us. But yes, like
How to
what is the
feel good
secret?
every day?
Yeah, like what is the secret? If there is a secret, like to feel good every day.
Um, I would say you're not gonna feel good every day.
Okay.
Definitely, you're gonna have really bad days, really good days. Some good, some bad, some average. Um, I would say the secret is I don't have a secret myself. I'm 24 years old. I don't hold the keys to eternal happiness. but I can think logically and think that it's very important to find a way to like yourself and feel good about you as an individual, as a person, and self-reflecting and having conversations with yourself, testing yourself to see how you think under certain circumstances, and what do you think about certain topics, really trying to paint the picture of who you are
Okay.
will eventually lead to you feeling better.
Okay. And I like, how do you stay positive when challenges arise?
Well, sometimes I try to remind myself of the progress that I've done. Yeah, and it's really hard for me, actually. And it's something that I think about recently. That I, and you for sure as well. Like you've come such a long way. You've surpassed so many challenges, so many occasions that were so difficult to pass and to overcome, and you right now where you are surpassing 100% of those situations, and we only look towards the next one. It's really hard for us to look back and see the huge mountain that we've climbed. um, oh,
Oh, you are here? Sorry, it
is it
was
from my
in
end or
front.
your end?
Guys, we had like some problems, like technical problems. I don't have the best equipment. That was my fault. I don't have the best equipment. I am doing this just with my computer, my earphones, my phone, and yeah, sometimes this is gonna happen. Sorry. I promise. Like, I will delete this part and I will take out the cut. But just for you to understand why this interrupted a little bit. But we were speaking. I think we were like entering in the final 5 minutes. I think I didn't interrupt anything. We were just like finishing your thinking, uh, and we were speaking about life being the marathon. That doesn't matter. Like the matters the finish, but matters most like what you are running right now and what you already run. So I have like just entering in the final 5 minutes. I'm just here to ask you what was the question that I should ask you, that you wanted like someone to ask you,
I want someone to ask me.
or that you wanted me to ask you.
I'm someone who is very value driven, so I would probably say that the question about values would be interesting.
Okay, okay. Maybe on the next 35 episode. No, it's like
On the
it's
sequel.
yeah, in the sequel. Yeah, of course. Like just to say, like people that if you like Loro, if you want like Loro next times with other people, just write on the comments that you want him here again. Is there something that you never said to anyone that you would like to say right now?
Hmm. I'm not really. I'm not really finding any.
Okay. No, that's good. That means that you tell everything that you want. I think always
Uh,
like we need always like to keep our secrets, but if you I don't
yeah,
know. I always do this question. Maybe like someone like after this conversation can give like I don't know some thoughts, something that some curiosity like that came with this conversation. I think it's always good like to ask this. Do
it
you?
demands a bit of reflection to
Yeah,
find the answer.
of course. But I think that's like the main goal of this is like to reflect a little bit of yourself. Like it's not questions that someone will do it every day to you.
True, that's
I
true.
yeah, I would like to ask you if you have like a dream that you would like to like. What is your dream, or if you have a dream that you would like to chase
A dream. I
that
would
you are
say
chasing?
that having a profession or an occupation that allows me to share the things I believe in and change people's minds to being more inclusive and more open towards others and more respectful and more I don't know, more democratic. I don't know.
Okay.
Um, I would say that that is probably a very important ambition of mine.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say like some house, some car. No, not
No.
you in specific, your profile, but I thought you were gonna say something like more physical, like something that you could touch, like or
No.
maybe like something like related to family. It's the first time that I hear that. I like it.
The other ones answer that with material things.
Not with material things, but like with more happy thing, like
Okay.
in the searching for the happiness way, and you are like spreading the word. You are searching for the happiness, but in not in the conventional way. Let's say like this.
I would like to be a good influence. I think that's it. Maybe like in a summarized version, I would love to be a good influence to young people or to people overall.
Yeah, but if you are working every day on you, like if you are doing like the best to be the best version of yourself every day, you are achieving that.
Maybe, maybe I've been a good influence in the past. Maybe not.
I think like our past doesn't define us. Like what defines
That's
us is
true.
like
That's true.
what we are gonna do with what we've learned. I would like to ask you if you have like a positive message to everyone, to anyone that is watching right now that is feeling down, that's not so well. What you could tell to that person?
I would say that if you're feeling down due to not accomplishing the goals that you've been trying to accomplish, or the marks in your tests that you've been trying, or the job that you wanted to land, or the person that you wanted to be with, I would say it's all part of your character building that you're doing. Like, you will leave that experience stronger, and it's definitely a place where you will learn a lot. And like all the other challenges that you've overcome 100% of the challenges. That's a statistic that I heard somebody say, and it's completely true. Like, what obstacle, what difficulty threw you to the ground in a way that you didn't come back up? You always come back up. You always woke up. You always woke up the next morning trying to do better. So if you've done 100% success on that, you'll keep on doing it, and you'll eventually find yourself in a place that is good.
Sorry, I had like a message here for me, like on there appeared like a message here. It's normal. It's part of like being direct. I like a lot the positive point that you said. I didn't know that that statistic exists, but it's true. Like, and
It's
it's
true.
yeah, it's you always okay. May like time, but just like to finish, it's always like you always achieve. Like it's 100% like that you pass all the challenges. I think the trick of life is like never like to learn when you overpass it, like you said.
Yeah,
And
to take it as a learning opportunity instead of a failure, you know.
yeah, thank you for
Which is nice.
your words. Like that was very positive. I hope that someone that is listening right now that's like could review like at least in the statistic.
Yeah, and it's a lesson I'm learning myself still. So
Yeah, that's the thing. Some my time to speak. Uh, so yeah, I have like here is the time that I have my 5 minutes to shine.
okay, so I asked the questions.
So yeah, basically like to explain like for the third episode in a row. Now it's the time that you have like 5 minutes to do every question, and I will answer.
Very well.
Tell me
Well,
tell me when you want to start, like the time, and I will start.
okay, I can pose the question and then you begin the time with
Okay.
your answer.
Okay.
Um, you know how you go to the cinema, or you're in your house watching a series or a movie, and you see the character living his life and thinking, "Whoa, what such a stupid decision," or "Wow, such a good decision." But in that scenario, I would have done something else. My question is, think of your life as a movie right now, and there's an audience looking at this movie in the cinema, and they're experiencing what you're experiencing in your life nowadays. What do you think the audience wants you as a character to change?
Okay, I thought that question would go like for a different, totally different way.
You can
Uh,
answer both then, the sense
no,
that
no,
you
no,
thought
no,
it
no,
was and the
no,
sense that I am giving.
no. What my audience, what they want? I think like all like we cannot. I think my audience, my audience, they want to see like a happy ending, and
You're still too young for an happy ending.
yeah, but I think like they want to see something that make me achieve my happy ending. I don't know what is the decision because it's my audience, it's not me. Like I'm doing my best right now. Like in the movie, sometimes we say like, oh, okay, like that guy is stupid. But I believe that uh, not every time, but sometimes he did his what he could do, like on his best at that time, and that's what I'm feeling. That's the way that I feel right now. I feel that I'm doing my best right now with the tools that I have and with the knowledge that I have. So I feel that my audience, maybe like they are calling me stupid, maybe they are telling me like that I could do this and that, but I feel that they are saying things for me to be happy in the ending. But no, I'm not saying maybe like in the ending is very long. Maybe in the journey, like in these small marathons that we call like goals in life. Maybe they want me like don't know what they want me to do because I'm doing my best. I thought like when you did the question that you will go like for uh, a question that will be what you could change in your past, like the way that you're speaking
Okay.
about the movie. I thought the question would go on that direction, but I like the direction that will take. I would say that I'm doing my best. I don't know what my audience wants, but I know that they. I know what they want. I don't know what they want. I don't know what I should do to reach that what my audience wants. But I'm doing my best for my audience.
Okay.
That's that. I hope like I could answer to your question. I think.
Yeah, I think it's interesting to think outside of yourself as a spectator of your own life, how you would criticize it, you know?
Yeah, but the thing is, like sometimes, like I could criticize it, like some decisions that I took and I take, but at the same time, like I'm doing with logical. Like even it's not. Sometimes, of course, like it's more impulsive, but I understand that what the moment demands is like like I'm doing always like my best decisions, even if they are stupid. Like of course, like I have like stupid decisions as I told you, but I feel that I'm doing like the best that I can in these
Hmm.
moments, and that's what matters. It's like doing
Then,
the best.
then it's good.
And sometimes you have good plot twists. Sometimes you are doing like a decision that
You do
seems
it for
best to
the
the
plot.
audience, but after no, but after it will like change your like it will turn like, and you'll say, oh wow, no, okay, at least that makes sense, or at least you are lucky enough to achieve something good. I don't know. Do you have more questions, or you were expecting me like to take 5 minutes to answer this?
No, no, that's good. But you can answer the question that you thought I was going to ask. Like, if
Ah,
it's a
I will
movie,
change
how
that.
would you change the past, maybe?
I will not change the past. Even like with a lot of pain, even with a lot of happiness. I think like the past is something that you need to learn with, not that you need to change to be something in the present. That's the only way that past shapes you. It's if you take the lessons and if you take the moments and if you can apply in the present to guarantee a better future. So yeah, I will not change anything.
Do you believe there is a soulmate?
I used to believe there is a soulmate. I believe I believe in destiny, you know. I believe that there are
Okay.
things that they are meant to be like that. There's like some better force that we can call God, that we
Okay.
can call energy. I believe that there are things that they happen for our best, and sometimes we need to be open for that. About soulmates, I used to think that I had like a soulmate. Okay, that 5 minutes passed, but I'm gonna finish like this question. I used to believe that I had a soulmate and that I was with my soulmate. But life is right now is present me like other soulmates.
Mm.
So right now I'm in this phase that I'm experiencing. I'm growing, you know, and even sometimes like if I have like my soulmate could be someone that I already met on the past, and now like when I'm gonna be with that person in the future, it will be like two different people because we already grew up, we already have different way of thinking, and now like we can fix as soulmates. As in the same way, I think that maybe I didn't met my soulmate, and I'm shaping in a way that when I meet my soulmates, we'll be together. I believe that there are a lot of people that you can do life that uh, yeah that you can be very happy with, but I believe that soulmate for me is someone that when you found, you believe that that person is so incredible, so good for you, that you have all the strength to fight for it, for love. And that's my definition of love, and I feel that you just love someone that treats you so well that you don't need like any more soulmates. But I feel that is like it's a work as well.
But do you believe that soulmate was attributed to you at birth?
At birth, that's a good question. If I believe in destiny, I would say yes. But in this journey, it's something that I don't think. You know, I don't think since I was born, I have someone that is waiting for me. No, I feel that every time that like every experience that I have, that's something that can shape me. I'm going to meet that person in a very beautiful way, in a very in a path full of curves and full of obstacles. I'm gonna reach that soulmate. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't know if you were expecting, like, if I could answer your question. I
No,
say
it
that
did.
yes.
It's interesting that we have this different idea of destiny and soulmates.
Yeah, but that's what makes us human.
It's true. It's true.
I think like our time it already finished. Sorry about like some interruption that we had.
It's destiny. It's okay.
Yeah, it's destiny. You know that I was speaking with Louro before. Like I call it like he's Filipe Louro. I'm gonna say this at the end, but I call that's I treat you by Louro. Um, but I was telling that I I feel that these pauses, this silence, these problems, even turns this podcast more human. You know, like nothing is perfect. Like something is happening. Like some problems. Like I'm not speaking very good English. Like my English is very bad. I
Mm.
prefer like to be here like having like like very stupid errors of English than like to do the question like 3 and 4 times. I feel that is more genuine like this.
Sure. I think the most important thing is for you to enjoy the product that you're delivering.
Yeah, I enjoyed a lot, and like I think it's like being indirect with all these problems make it more human. You know, that's like I think that's what we forget every day. I know that I'm with the human thing, but it's something that I was thinking like even like before like the podcast is like I think we are like doing so much. I think as well like for the like we're speaking about the bullying that is like sometimes we are trying like to be our best version that is something good, but we mess our best version to what is the standard version. So
Hmm.
we want like to show that we are okay. We want to show to everyone that everything in our life is perfect,
Yeah.
that we are traveling, that we are, and sometimes we are not traveling every day. And if we were traveling every day, it would be boring. That's why like I agree that we need like to share like the very good moments like with the people that we like, but in the moment that you are just uh like you are not sharing, you are just like um making jealous like the others, like about what you have, what you are doing, like that's something negative for you. Seems like you're always like giving some like you need to reply to someone, you need to reply to your friends, you need to reply to the people that are following you, and no, like just be you.
But it's a hard thing to come by, and to, especially when you're young, it's a very difficult idea to wrap your mind around, because you don't have no clue of what you are and what you want to do and what defines you, that you just want to be what everybody else thinks is cool and fashion at the moment. So
Yeah, but
it's
don't for
definitely difficult.
that's true, but don't forget to be real. That's the message.
Yeah, no, try to be yourself. It's super hard to find a way to do it, but you're gonna find yourself in situations where you're not gonna feel like this is not exactly the place I want to be. This is not the type of things I want to do, and this is not the type of people that I want to be with. And instead of pushing it down, really listen to it. I think
Yeah,
it's super super hard to take the time to acknowledge what you're feeling and making change based on it. It's hard. It's super hard.
I agree. I think like we can say like goodbye with this very positive message. Just I hope like everyone that is watching enjoyed to watch it, and see you on next Tuesday. And just say goodbye to everyone, Lord. It was a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you for having me, Ferreira.
Yeah.
Don't stop talking to me next week when you have 2 million followers.
I don't know. I need to see. Like now I'm
You're gonna
superstar. A
change.
lot
You're
of
gonna
my
change
yeah.
the personality.
I'm humble right now. But in the future I will
So
be more humble because I told last podcast that like I don't like people that say that they are humble.
so yeah, keep being
Just,
humble.
yeah, that. So one more thing, like give a like, subscribe, and share with share this episode with everyone that you like
Yeah.
to share. I think that's important. And see you on next time.